And yeah, from Hemdale home video. I don't think this is on DVD, so it's a complex world. Then I got Supernova. Whoa. In the farthest reaches of space, something has gone terribly wrong. The never before seen R-rated version. You know, Supernova is a movie that has a lot of good special effects, but the plot is confusing as hell. And well, when you actually read the original script and know what it was originally going to be based on and how they fucking butchered it and fired the director and then all the shit going behind it, it's sad. But it's not the worst movie ever made, but it's fairly forgettable. Kind of an Event Horizon ripoff at points. It's a movie called Despiser. No, yeah, I know, it looks really cheesy. Fear for your soul, of course, Despiser. The cheesy CGI, but I got it because, honestly, it looks like it might be interesting. I like CGI, I like direct-to-video stuff. It won Best Picture at some film festivals, and Philip Cook is a pretty good director in terms of science fiction. So, well, I just was curious. You know, it's cheap. Sue me. Despiser. Then we've got The Black Hole from Anchor Bay, the VHS of Black Hole. Disney's The Black Hole. Which shows you how much Disney respects the Black Hole when they sell the rights to Anchor Bay. Yeah, Disney doesn't give a shit about the Black Hole. Make any money. They tried to make it the next Star Wars. That didn't work. Although I still enjoy the movie, to be honest. I really do. I still enjoy The Black Hole, and I always have. It's got a lot of good visuals and special effects, and you know, it just, you know, it's not really that bad. I mean, for films of its time, it's you know, it's pretty entertaining, and the evil robots are cool. The evil R2-D2, I like to call it. Look at this movie called Hour of the Assassin, starring Eric Estrada and Robert Vaughn. Directed by Luis Loza, who directed Anaconda. Now, does that look like Eric Estrada to you? My guess is no. It doesn't look like Eric Estrada at all. What the hell is that? That doesn't look like Eric Estrada. It's like, I don't know who the fuck it looks like. It doesn't look like him. But I guess Hour of the Assassin, a game of survival. Only one man will win. The fictional South American country of San Pedro is in turmoil. New president is about to be inaugurated, but the military will do anything to prevent it. After several failed assassination attempts, Martin Fierro, a paid assassin from America, is hired to do the job. Convinced that his new president, Villaverde, was responsible for his father's death, Fierro, played by Eric Estrada, chips. Will not be stopped. Or will he? The American interests do not want to see Villaverde killed. Robert Vaughn, the man from U.N.C.L.E., is an American dispatch agent and designed to eliminate Ferreira before Villaverde is gunned down. Villaverde. Doesn't Villaverde sound something like, you know, Villaverde cheese, you know, Villaverde pasta, or Villaverde something, you know, doesn't sound, it just sounds fake. Villaverde is gunned down. This sets Estrada and Vaughn on a collision course through a high-risk adventure and action-packed intrigue. With the inauguration day imminent, the excitement is at a fever pitch. Double crosses abound, and when Fiora falls in love with a beautiful and mysterious woman, his mission becomes dangerously complex. Estrada is in peak shape as the phenomenon Fiora, as always. Robert Vaughn turns into a strong, dynamic performance. With a heart-stopping suspense, Hour the Assassin is one mission you won't want to miss. Yeah, really. At the minute, I like the cover art, though. Those are kind of cool, but I doubt the movie's even as close to as good as the cover art. And then we've got Evil Ed. It's a no-brainer. Staying together. It's fun. Dramatic movie with heartwarming and hilarious, and the McDermott brothers, and it's got Sean Astin, Channing, and Melinda Dillon, and Dermot Mulroney, and Daphne Zuniga. Staying together. It's a haunted summer. Haunted Summer, starring Philip Anglin, Laura Dern, Alice Creed, Eric Stoltz, and Alex Winter. Alex, what? Bill? Bill is in a movie about Gothic in Europe? In the 1800s? Bill? To be honest, Haunted Summer has a good performance by a young Eric Stoltz. But, in all honesty, Gothic by Ken Russell is a lot better. Then, bum, ba-da-da-da-da, da-da, fuck you, STEPHAN PIETER, you're an asshole, I have the keep. That's to that ass fuck STEPHAN PIETER, whatever the fuck his name is, who suspended my last OCB002 account for copyright infringement when for a while I took photos off his website. First of all, they're not your fucking photos, dumbass! Really? Let me think. You may have bought them, but honestly, who owns the rights to the photos of the keep? Paramount still does, dumbass. Because you buy it doesn't mean the rights are yours. There's no copyright infringement. Why did you put your website in public? Then, dildo? How about this? Maybe you're just fucking jealous that I made my custom DVD before you did, but that time has passed, and I got the keep, and I got it for 50 cents, and it's not in DVD. You, it's not the original release. Don't care. The keep, bitches. The Keep is a movie that Paramount's been trying to release on DVD for years, but Michael Mann's like, no, don't ever release that movie on DVD. I'm embarrassed. I'm ashamed. Oh God. I'm like, Michael Mann, just get over it, man. I mean, honestly, they're fans of the film. Tangerine Dream does an awesome soundtrack, and it's pretty atmospheric, even though Molasar does look fucking cheesy. You know, they showed him a little bit too much, but in the long run, man, just, whatever, just cool it. You know, you gotta start somewhere, Michael. So then I got, I wanna hold your hand. I wanna hold your hand. Hold Your Hand is, basically features songs from the Beatles. It's produced by Steven Spielberg, and it was directed by Robert Zemeckis, Back to the Future, and it stars Nancy Allen, Bobby DeCicco, Mark LaCour. Basically, it's a whole story about, basically back to the 60s, you know, it was released in 1978. It's like, how do you become one of the lucky few out of the billion or so eager to attend the Beatles' first American appearance on the Ed Sullivan Show? Any way you can. So when 6 ticklish teens from Maplewood, New Jersey set out with hormones raging and imaginations afire to be somehow, someway, in the audience for every yeah, their quest to see the Fab Four becomes a delirious Fab frolic. Want to laugh? Want to shout for joy? Want to then meet a film you want to watch? Before executive producer Steven Spielberg and director Robert Zemeckis went back to the future or framed Roger Rabbit for the Viewfinders, they teamed it for I Want to Hold Your Hand, a jubilant, goofy, good time, perfect Beatlemaniacs, any age, gender, or hair length. Hair length? Don't get that. Critics glowed with praise for a surprise treat set to a 17-tune soundtrack of vintage hits. I want to hold your hand. She loves you. Please, please me. I saw her standing there, twist and shout. More, all performed by the Beatles, and starring youthful cast includes RoboCop's Nancy Allen, Bobby DeCicco, the Big Red One, Mark McClure, Jimmy Olsen of the Superman movie series. It's rousingly funny, David Adams said Newsweek. The whole film sparkles with boisterous lunacy. Janet Maslin wrote in the New York Times, it's like something out of a time capsule. Writes Danny Peary in his guide for the film fanatic. There was something wonderful in the air, and back then it's impossible to describe. Someone this film recreates that feeling. The feeling is just too much, a lot fright, dance, fun to resist. So if you want a friend, with a friend and undecided about which movie to share, just say, I want to go home. I want to watch this video. I want to hold your hand.